Good morning, everyone. Our report was all about the Chapter 3 of Understanding Philippine History. First, let's talk about the site of the first Mass in the Philippines. Is it Masao or Limasawa? According to Pigafetta, the historian of Magellan expedition, the first Mass that was celebrated on March 31, 1521 were along the shores of what he refers as Mazawa or Mazao. Mazao was believed to be Limazawa and is located in southern Leyte of the Philippines. It is also the place where Magellan ordered to plant a large wooden cross on the top of a hill overlooking the sea. The birth of the Christianity in the Philippines, or so-called the RA number 2733, was enacted on June 19, 1960, and also known as the Limasawa Law, where Limasawa was the site of the first Mass in the Philippines. However, it was not signed by the President. Zonia Saide contested the unsigned law and she identified that Mazao was the correct location of the first Mass in the Philippines, where she identifies on the diary of Pigafetta. The controversy never stopped and Zaide wrote, "Where was the first kingdom? Mazao or Limasawa?" Therefore, it was considered one of the hoaxes in the Philippine history.
Next on our report was the Cavite Mutiny, where there are four versions: the Jose Montero y Vidal, the Spanish historian versions, the version of Governor General Esquerdo, and lastly the version of Trinidad. The Jose Montero y Vidal and Governor General Rafael Esquerdo versions were almost the same. And Montero referred it as a revolution to topple down the Spanish government in the Philippines, while Esquerdo used the event to implicate Filipino priests that were active in the Philippine parishes campaign. The Trinidad Pardo de Tavera version was convinced that Esquerdo used the Cavite Mutiny, an attempt to topple down the Spanish government, and presented it is a blown-up conspiracy involving not only the local soldiers but also the natives of Manila and Cavite, especially priests of Filipino. The Edmond Plachot version focuses of the three priests Gomez Burgos Zamora, which the personally witnessed. The third part of our report was Rizal Doubts in the Catholic Church, the publication of Rizal two novels, The Noli Me Tangere and Il Filibusterismo, made Rizal a target of ire and persecution of the friars and particles of the Catholic Church. He was declared an excommunicado, which means that he has expelled from the Catholic Church, and thus he could not receive its sacraments. The Rizal was never cowed in the desire to explore what he believed were abusive practices of religion, which he has brought up to one of his attacks on the Catholic Church. The beginning of the retraction controversy. The retraction issue started with the publication of Retana claiming that he had the retraction document of Rizal when he was published. Father P.O.P. came out with his own retraction document, which he claimed as the original. He said that the document was given to Archbishop Nosalida for safekeeping. He had it published in an article entitled La Muerte Cristiana del Rizal, analyzing the retraction issues. They were claiming that Rizal returned to the fold of Catholic faith if it was true. Why was Rizal buried in the most despicable manner? He was buried without a coffin.
The cry of Pugadlawin, where and when. Historians give different dates and places for the cry. An officer of the Spanish Guard, Civil Lieutenant Olegario Diaz, stated that the cry took place in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Theodore Calao, in his 1925 book, The Filipino Revolution, wrote that the event took place during the last week of August 1896 at Kangkong, Balintawak. Santiago Alvarez, the son of Mariano Alvarez, the leader of Magdiwang faction in Cavite, stated in 1927 that the cry took place in Bahay Toro, now in Quezon City, on August 24, 1896. Po Valenzuela, a closest associate of Andres Bonifacio, declared in 1948 that it happens in Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. Gregorio Zaide stated in his book in 1954 that the cry happened in Balintawak on August 26, 1896. Fellow historian Siquijor Agoncillo wrote in 1956 that it took place in Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. Based on Po Valenzuela's statement, accounts by Milagros Guerrero, Emmanuel Encarnacion, and Ramon Villegas claimed the events to have taken place in Tandang Sora Barn in Gulod, Barangay Banlat, Quezon City.